Good evening, and welcome to the Pine River Bacchus commencement exercises for the class of 2014. Tonight, 57 students are formally recognized with the high school diploma. For many of you here this evening, you know very well that this is an event worth recognition and celebration. As teachers and staff members, you have challenged and guided these students through a 13-year journey in public education. As a school board, you have made decisions for the good of the district that have positively impacted this class for years. For parents and family members, the love and support you have provided have played no small role in these students' accomplishments and their transition from student to graduate. Graduates, this evening's accomplishment will afford you many congratulations and well wishes, rightfully so. I encourage you not to miss the opportunity to thank those who have played any role, large or small, in your educational achievements. Indeed, education involves a team approach, and each of these graduates has significantly benefited from all that the Pine River Bacchus team has offered. Graduates, let me be the first to congratulate you on receiving your high school diploma. This diploma sets you forward on the path to success and accomplishment. For many of you, it marks only the first diploma on your path to higher education. For those entering the military, it signifies your achievement and prepares you to serve our country in various capacities. And for students entering directly into the workforce, it places you on a path to career advancement within your chosen job. For all of you, a high school diploma from Pine River Bacchus is an accolade that will remain with you for life. Wherever you go, whatever you do, and whatever your accomplishments may be, you will always be able to proudly answer this question: where did you graduate high school? From Pine River Bacchus. I invite you to stand, remove headgear, and the Pine River Bacchus Chamber Choir will perform their national anthem.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
At this time, I invite Pine River Bacchus School Board Chairwoman Sandy Poferl to offer a school board welcome. Class may be seated.
Thank you, Trent. On behalf of the Pine River Bacchus School Board, I welcome you to the graduation of the class of 2014. This is the evening that not only these seniors behind me have been working towards, but also you, as their parents, grandparents, guardians, and extended family, have been waiting for a few years. Seniors, My hope is that this school and the staff have prepared you for whatever direction your future takes you, whether it's college, technical school, the general workforce, armed forces. We hope that we've done our job well. The advice I have for you is never let anyone tell you you can't reach the goals you've set for yourself. There may be bumps in the road ahead, and if you fall, pick yourself up, put one foot in front of the other, and push on, because you are worth it. Never stop reaching for the stars. After all, we've been to the moon, and the stars are not beyond your reach. So let this celebration begin.
Michelle Dumoulin, Senior Class President, will now deliver the class welcome.
Good evening, family, friends, faculty, and other guests. Being here tonight brings the class of 2014 joy and excitement as we sit on this stage eagerly awaiting to receive our diplomas, officially declaring we are done. We were lucky enough to grow up together through all these years and worked hard to get here today, not only as class, but as friends. We have learned a lot while growing up from our teachers, families, and even each other. After tonight, we no longer will be learning as a team, but as individuals. And because of our teachers, families, and each other, we are prepared for what comes next in life. Thank you for helping us prepare for this crazy journey we call life. So on behalf of the 2014 graduating class, I would like to welcome you to our commencement ceremony and congratulate my fellow classmates on making it here tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. Pine River Backus High School would like to honor the senior soloist of the 2014 class. Will Ryan Sweeney please come down and receive his plaque of recognition? Ryan will now perform the senior class song, My Wish. He will be accompanied by Amanda Fleming.
I hope the days come easy and the moments pass slow, and each road leads you where you want to go. And if you're faced with a choice and you have to choose, hope you choose the one that means the most to you. And if one door opens to another door closed, I hope you keep on walking till you find the window. If it's cold outside, show the world the warmth of your smile. More than anything, and more than anything, my wish for you is that this life becomes all that you wanted to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish. I hope you never look back, but you never forget all the ones who loved you in the place you left. Hope you never forgive and you never regret, and you help somebody every chance you get. Oh, you find God's grace in every mistake and always give more than you take. But more than anything, my wish for you is that this life becomes all that you wanted to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. While you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish. My wish for you is that this life becomes all that you wanted to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish. Thank you.
At this point in the program, we'd like to recognize students who have earned the distinction of graduating with honors. Students graduating with honors have achieved a grade point average of between 3.6 and 3.74, and they have been awarded the single gold cord. Please hold your applause until all students have been introduced. Rebecca Geschwill, Ryan Sweeney, and Joshua Shuck. I would also like to recognize students who are graduating with high honors, which means they have achieved a grade point average of between 3.75 and 4.0 during their years of high school. They are wearing double gold cords this evening. Again, please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Amanda Fleming, Colton Dabrowski, Jace Logie, and Cody Weiss. Additionally, I would like to honor senior class members of the National Honor Society. Tonight they are wearing white stoles emblazoned with the gold NHS emblem. The National Honor Society is the nation's premier organization that's established to recognize outstanding high school students. More than just an honor roll, NHS serves to honor those students who have demonstrated excellence in the areas of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. Please hold your applause until all members have been introduced. Coleman Larson, Shane Siepen, Carly Staples, Cody Weiss, Colton Dabrowski, Amanda Fleming, Joshua Shuck, Ryan Sweeney, and Jace Logie. We have one member of the 2014 class who is enlisted to serve the country in the Army National Guard. Please join me in thanking Dakota Martin. Class of 2014 would like to thank all who have served currently or in their past. Would all veterans please stand and be recognized this evening? Our senior choir members will now perform Home. They will be accompanied by Dick and Carol Larson. Choir. The salutatorian of the class of 2014 is Colton Dabrowski. Colton is the son of Craig and Lisa Dabrowski. While in high school, Colton was active in Student Council, National Honor Society, Knowledge Bowl, church, and the musicals. He plans to attend Concordia College in Moorhead and study French and Chinese. Please welcome salutatorian Colton Dabrowski.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar. Oh, wait, sorry, wrong speech. Friends, Minnesotans, countrymen, lend me your ears. No, I'm kidding. I'll save you from a full recital of the Mark Antony's funeral oration. I remember in 10th grade when Mrs. Brennan forced us to memorize that entire speech from Julius Caesar by William Shakespeare. We all thought she was crazy when she assigned it, because there was no way we could memorize an entire speech when we could hardly remember what we had for dinner the previous night, or our weekly vocab. But after a great deal of encouragement and a few threats, we had the entire speech ingrained into our minds like it had become a part of us. We learned that if we set our minds to something, we can accomplish it through persistence. And with a hard work and perseverance, we can accomplish things we can hardly imagine. Now, persistence does have its limits, though, and everyone should realize this, that we cannot control everything in the world. Last year, for example, Mrs. Amers gave our class the option to watch The Great Gatsby for extra credit, since we had just finished reading the novel. Now, each day, I asked Miss Amers, I begged Miss Amers to come to the movie theater with me to see it. But each day, she came up with a different excuse about why she could not go at my suggested time. Now, after about a week or two, she firmly told me, "No, Colton, I'm not going to go to the movie theater with you." I finally accepted bitter rejection, and I had to move on. I ended up seeing the movie without her. Persistence only gets us so far, and then we need to realize that we cannot change everything. We must work to improve the things we can change and accept the fact that fate sometimes plays a greater role in our future. Now, I certainly cannot leave this podium without a great pun, because Mr. Bohm would feel like he failed us all, even though he's one of the greatest substitute teachers that this school has ever been honored with. So here it is. After leaving our teachers nearly blind, our college professors will need to wear sunglasses because we're so bright. Thank you, everyone.
The valedictorian of the class of 2014 is Amanda Fleming. Amanda is the daughter of Deb Cunningham and Dave Fleming. While in high school, Amanda was active in National Honor Society, Student Council, Knowledge Bowl, musicals, choir, band, and jazz band. Next year, Amanda will be attending the University of Minnesota Duluth and plans to major in music education for now. Please welcome class of 2014 valedictorian Amanda Fleming.
So Colton told me that I should start my speech out with a joke, but I'm not too good at those, so I'm just going to start. All right. Good evening, everyone. I would like to begin my speech by thanking all of our friends and family for coming. I would also like to thank all of the faculty in the high school and the community members. Without all of you, we would not be up here on this stage, wearing black hats and robes and getting ready to take this giant step into our future. To our teachers, whether you were pulling your hair out while trying to grade our papers or simply putting up with most of us in class, you have helped to prepare us for our education in these next years of our lives. To our friends and family, whether you were helping us study for finals, relieving our fears and worries about life, or putting up with us at home, through your love and support, you have guided us over these last years of our life. I'd like to begin the actual part of my speech by talking about lessons. Throughout high school, students experience many new things. High school is where we get our first taste of how the real world works. For many of us, this is when we get our first jobs, our first taste of freedom, our first license. It's also where we learn very many important life lessons. Here are a few. 1, always expect the unexpected. Life will not catch you off guard as much if this way. Here's a real life example. Most of the doors in our high school do not have windows, so the act of dooring or getting doored is quite a common occurrence. Students cannot see behind the door, so each time one opens the door, he or she is unaware of the passerbyers. Some may even relish the thought of hitting their next unsuspecting victim with a 7-foot piece of wood. I remember one occurrence of a student walking down the library hallway and getting doored by not only the first door, but the second door as they were walking by. If that person had maybe been thinking about a door randomly going out and hitting them, this may not have happened. 2, do not let people walk all over you. Push back when you are pushed. There are some people that feel the need to sprint as fast as their legs can possibly carry them to the lunchroom every day. Maybe they're afraid the lunch ladies will run out of food. Maybe they feel like they will die if they do not eat right away. Or maybe they just need the exercise. But by doing this, they push and shove other students or run them over, making them feel the need to walk along the edges of the hallway. If they maybe were to stick their foot out while someone was walking by, or to stand in front of them, maybe the runners would not be so inclined to run every day. 3, plan ahead. This is especially important when one is given a research paper to write. A 5-page research paper is a great example. Even though this may have been assigned a month or 2 prior to the date, some of us wait until the last week, or maybe the last few days to write it. There may be those really dedicated people that wait till the night before to write the paper. Maybe if they had started this a few weeks earlier, they might get a better grade and not be so stressed out. 4, think before you act. Everything a person does has consequences. Whether these consequences are good and bad is usually up to that person. When a person is playing silent ball in the band room, for instance, he should think about what is in his way before diving for the ball. Something like, I don't know, a guitar might be in the way. A person should also think twice before leaning off the railing of an escalator, for he just might end up getting his face wedged between the wall and the railing. I can use these examples because I've seen these things firsthand. Maybe if that person had thought about the consequences of his actions, he wouldn't have been there. These stories would not be here to tell today without those actions. 5, not everything you learn in a classroom is applicable outside of the high school. Most of us will not need to know how to solve chemistry or physics problems once we leave Mr. Larson's room. Most of us will not need to know who fought what battle against who or when after we leave Mr. Anderson's room. And I can't think of very many of us that will use a quadratic equation or antiderivatives after we leave Mr. Jamar's class. But besides these, these pieces of knowledge we might not need, but as in Mr. Boehm's words, it's character building. So tonight, looking back on all of our high school experiences, we see that they have shaped our outlook on life. We remember our experiences and the people we shared these good and bad experiences with. In college, we will be wary of any windowless doors, and we will think of the walk to lunch when maneuvering crowded hallways. Later in life, we might think about the guy who got his face between the wall and an escalator when debating an impulsive decision, or remember when a gym class situation bothered us. Our memories of each other will remain for the rest of our lives. Thank you.
See some red faces. This will be the graduating class that had 5 school cancellations for cold weather and graduates on a 90-degree night. I'd like to draw your attention briefly to the insert in your program and to recognize senior class members who have received scholarships. A scholarship awards program was held Wednesday evening, May 21st. Community members, civic organizations, private businesses, and the Pine River Bacchus Scholarship Committee joined school personnel to award many members of this class with generous scholarships towards their post-secondary futures. I would like to thank those who presented scholarships and congratulate our seniors who received them. The class of 2014 was fortunate to be joined in their senior year of studies by a foreign exchange student, Charlotte Hankey. Please welcome Charlotte as she shares a few words with us.
Charlotte Henke. I'm from Germany, out of a little town named Sprakel in the near of Hamburg. My parents are Alko and Christian Henke. In the time that I stayed here, I stayed at the house of Charlie and Corey Minion. I'm very thankful that they took me there. I liked about being in the States, all the nice people that I got to meet, the sports in the school, and just the opportunity to get to know another culture. I joined softball and dance while I was here. My future plans are pretty much just 3 more years of school, coming back to visit, and the rest is open.
Okay, so a lot of people get nervous about public speaking, and those people probably don't have to do it in a language that's not their own. Charlotte had a typed up little piece to speak, and she asked that I bring that out so that it didn't get lost in the shuffle, and I lost it in the shuffle, so she had a backup handwritten paper copy, so Charlotte really stepped up tonight, and we appreciate that. At this time, the high school band will perform Ireland, Legend and Lore, under the direction of Pine River Bacchus Band Director, Mr. Nick Bunio. The class of 2014 has selected 2 faculty members to give the commencement speech. Please welcome Ms. Melanie Lindquist, French teacher, and Ms. Lynn Wongberg, English teacher.
Oh, we got stuff. Oh. We have props.
Am I on? Is it working?
Good evening. I'm Lynn Wonberg, an English teacher here at PRB. And here I am as a 1973 high school graduate. Pretty much the same.
Bonsoir. I'm Melanie Lindquist, the French teacher here at Pine River Bacchus, and we're going to fast forward 20 years to me as a high school graduate in 1993, when it was very cool for your parents to buy the biggest senior picture they possibly could of their child.
As I look at all your faces, I cannot help but think how much you've changed since I taught you in 8th grade. You're bigger, stronger, wiser. So many things have changed since Mrs. Lindquist and I have sat where you are sitting.
As C. Joy Bell once said, we can't be afraid of change. You may feel very secure in the pond you are in, but if you never venture out of it, you will never know there is such a thing as an ocean. Change is inevitable and powerful.
Oh yes, many, many things have changed since we have been in school. For example,
here is what you call a tablet these days, our iPads.
Here's what we call the tablet, am I right? The tablet. The tablet.
This is what you call a keyboard, right?
Keyboard.
Okay.
This is what we call the keyboard.
I can remember very clearly in my typing class in 11th grade, yes, I had typewriters even when I was there, my typing teacher, A semi S L D K F J D K S L A semi. I can hear her voice still, but boy, did I learn how to type on this baby. Yes, I did.
You have remotes for everything. A remote for everything. When I was your age and a little bit younger, we didn't need a remote. I was my dad's remote. Lynn, channel 4. Lynn, channel 12. That was our remote.
You get much of your information from the internet, which is all true, right? When we were in high school, this is how we gleaned our information.
Encyclopedia.
We have iPods these days for our mini musical needs, with thousands of songs we can have on there. But when I was in high school, this was what I had.
It's true.
My double-decker tape deck. Still, it is the one I had. Here it is. And I even found a tape that was one of my favorites. I'm going to play you and we'll see if anybody recognizes this music. You ready?
Pick it up.
Yeah. Anybody know who it is? And then, when we were really cool, we lifted it up.
What are you doing?
I like that part. I'm listening. I'm rewinding it to get back to where it
Rewinding?
was.
What's that? And here's the bad boy I had to get up to listen to any kind of music. Some of you people out here will know what I'm talking about. It's called a record player, a record player. And on that, we would play, oh yeah, our Three Dog Night album. Yeah, Three Dog Night. Three Dog Night. I remember very clearly one time, a few years ago, when I had a record player in my room. I brought the album to put on there for my poetry unit. As I took this out, 6 kids yelled, "That's the biggest CD I've ever seen." This one little device that most of us have is called a smartphone. There are so many, many, many things that we had to have to do the job of this one little device.
It is a phone, of course. When I was in high school, this was my phone. It was pretty high tech. I felt pretty cool with its fancy buttons and its extra long cord. Who can remember wrapping themselves up in it as you're talking, or being able to get out of the room so your parents couldn't hear you? You could get far enough away with the extra long cord.
We, however, couldn't go very far at all. Oh, yeah. You had to dial it, you guys. Dial it.
And we come back again because you do so much of your research on your smartphones. But again, here it is, encyclopedia.
You use your smartphone for a GPS? I'll show you our GPS. It's called a map. Map.
All the contacts in your phone? Here's our contact list.
Called a phone book.
Phone book.
Phone book.
I used to pride myself. I could memorize phone numbers like crazy when I was in high school, and now we don't even really even know our own phone numbers most of the time.
You get your newspapers on that little smartphone? Well, here's our newspaper, the Echo Journal.
I've confused my kids when they say, "What are you doing?" And I'm looking at my phone and I say, "I'm reading the newspaper." I
Yeah.
didn't think about how
No
that really
clue.
doesn't make sense anymore when we
No
say
clue.
that. It can also be used as a camera, of course. This was the camera I received on my 16th birthday, again, high tech, very extra large spot in the back that opens up where the film went in.
Film. You guys don't know film. Well, I'm guessing many of you in the crowd will remember this bad boy. It's called a Polaroid. It's called a Polaroid.
Let's take a selfie.
As the great John Mellencamp once said in a song called Small Town, "No, I cannot forget where it is that I come from. I cannot forget the people who love me." Yeah, I can be myself here in this small town, and people let me just be what I want to be.
Now, students, we're going to ask you a few questions, and if they apply to you, we'd like you to stand up, okay? Who here has a mom or dad that graduated from Pine River or Bacchus? Okay.
Who has been to the Parade of Lights? Nobody? Okay.
Or you can stay standing. Once you're standing, just stay standing. Parade of
Stay-
Lights,
stay
she said, if you
standing.
didn't hear it. Have you ever been to the Parade of
Everybody
Lights in
stay
town?
standing if you were up.
Yep, stay standing. Whoever went to a duck race when they were a kid?
Duck race? Who's gone to a duck race? Who has been to Summerfest?
Who has had a job in the area? A job.
Who has ever shopped at any local business?
Who received a scholarship last week? Maybe raise your hand up so we can see all those
Scholarship
hands.
last week? Raise it up. And finally,
Scholarship.
who has someone here that they look up to?
Somebody you look up to. Somebody you look up to. Students, we have talked about many things that have changed over the years, but look out at the crowd. Your family is here. Your friends are here. Your community is right here. And these are things that will not change. Don't forget, these are the people that love you and will forever care about you, even as you continue your journey elsewhere. Au revoir et bonne chance, mes élèves.
And I just have one last thing to say. No matter where you are, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, no matter how old you are, you will always be my little pumpkin bars.
Just a note prior to the awarding of diplomas. Graduates will receive their diploma just off the right side of the podium, between the podium and the table. They will pause right in front of the podium, present their diploma, and receive applause then. I'd ask that you wait for applause for each graduate until they pause in front of the podium. Now on to the reason we are here tonight. If anyone ever asks me what the most important and meaningful thing that I get to do as a high school principal is, I will have an answer. It is to present the class for their high school diplomas. Chairman of the board, Superintendent Bettino, members of the school board, I certify that the following students have met the requirements set forth by the state of Minnesota and the Pine River Bacchus High School. I am pleased and honored to recommend them for graduation. Will the first row please stand? Jared Scott Adkins. Katrina Grace Adkins. Kayla Catherine Adkins. Caitlin Marie Botts. Anthony Dale Brunhuber. Cade Neiman Kane. Cheryl Jenica Eileen Carlson. Michelle Ann Dumoulin. Jesse James Ekstrand. Shane Donovan Fleming. Catherine Mary Gaida. Rebecca Lynn Geschwill. Joessa Ray Geeson. Matthew Wesley Hamilton. Will the second row please stand? Marie Charlotte Hankey. Jacob Aaron Harper. Casey Marie Helms. William Lynn Hillman. Journey Delu Howard. Trevor Allen Johnson. Lainey Michelle Kangas. Amy Michelle Kennedy. Nicholas J. Klein. Camden Christopher Mark Corwin Kaczynski. Coleman Reed Larson. Jace Ryder Logie. Brandon Charles Mager. Anna Mae Marler. Will the third row please stand? Dakota David James Martin. Tyler James McAllister. Whitney Marie Nelson. Mariah Renee Neiman. Trevon Dean Peterson. Caleb Justice Peterson. Chantel Opal Peterson. Anthony William Phillipson. Jesse Dale Potes. Brett Mitchell Reed. Joanna Lynn Richards. Renee Opal Rogers. Tristan Alexander Rubner. Solomon Paul Sass. Will the fourth row please stand? Lindsay Marie Sheldy. Joshua Thomas Shuck. Shane Henry Seepin. Jacob Michael Shetka. Carly Deanne Staples. Hank Thomas Steffen. Amanda Rose Fleming. Colton Robert Dabrowski. Austin Allen Stockman. Ryan Joseph Sweeney. Callie Mae Tilbury. Louis Anthony Whelan II. Cody Allen Weiss. Candace Marie Zakowski. Travis Aaron Zitzow. As we conclude our program, I ask the audience to remain seated until the graduates and their families that are in the chairs on the floor have exited the gym. We're going to do our receiving line tonight in the courtyard. The graduates will form a long single line out down the paved path to the parking lot. We think that the rain is holding off and there's fresh air to be had. So please join us in congratulating the graduates outdoors in the courtyard tonight. Will the class of 2014 please rise? Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you for the final time the Pine River Backus High School class of 2014.